Come on in here. Welcome back to another episode of More Money Monday. Let's get your week started off right. And the first message that I need to share with you, because it's the end of the year and I feel in my heart that some of you are feeling like giving up. And I want you to be aware of knowing the difference between God's no and a no from somebody else, or a no that you're putting on yourself. Because it's a very different thing when God is telling you, no, this isn't for you, versus when someone else is telling you, no, this isn't for you. Or when your own ego or your own fear of failure is telling you, no, this isn't for you. And, we're getting to the end of the year. I know that some of you, we all have different things we did not accomplish this year, right? Let's normalize the fact that sometimes everything doesn't get done. Everything doesn't get checked off. But just because you didn't complete everything you set out for yourself, does that mean that the journey is over? No. Does it mean that what you were doing this year isn't meant for you and it's time to switch again next year? No. Just because you didn't go as fast as someone else that you saw go, does that mean that you aren't as good as they are? No. You have to understand that when we are observing other people in their own race, God's interaction with everyone is different. So you might feel like your blessing is taking too long based on what you see from other people. But God is trying to make you understand that the blessing he has for you, you're going to have to go through a few more trials and tribulations to get it. So you might be trying to get it right now because you seem to think that everyone else is having it right now. But has it ever occurred to you that maybe what God has for you is so much bigger than he has for other people? Has that occurred to you? So I want to show you guys this image. And let me pin this comment. Let me pin this comment, y'all, because I'm sorry. I want to show this image to you guys. How do I put a picture up? I forgot. Hold on. Do y'all remember how to do that? Oh, wait, no, I think it's right here. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, child. Okay, I really don't. Oh, okay, I'm pressing the wrong thing. That's definitely not it. That's filters. Okay, let's check. Well, you know what? We don't give up. So even if it won't let me show you, I'm going to pull it up. Because what we don't do is give up. Just because technology won't let me show it to you the way I want to show it to you, we're going to pull it up right here. I want you guys to look at this image. And a lot of you are this person, including me. I need you to understand that you are right here. I want y'all to comment in the chat, I am so close. Comment in the chat, I am so close. Because I need you to understand you are right here. But because it's taking you so long, you're telling yourself, dang, I'm not going to get it. And meanwhile, some other person who is not allowing the sound of their own voice to tell them no is going to do what? Is going to complete the job. You are so close. This is not the time to turn around. And you know what I want you to understand? That is when it feels the hardest. How many of you all feel like you're in a season where it is so hard right now? You don't know what to do. You know, nothing is clear. It feels like you can't figure it out. You feel like you've been chipping away at this thing, you know, over and over and over and over. And you're just like, can I get a break? Comment me in the chat if you resonate, because I feel that too. You know, I'm so grateful for the businesses that I have built, but I am feeling exhausted. And it's so easy to take those feelings and say, you know what? It must be time for me to stop. Because I've been chipping away, and I'm not seeing what I want. I'm not seeing the results. So a lot of you are right here. You are right here, and you're like, you know what? F it. Discouraged, turning away. And this person is like, oh no, I'm going all the way. And so I want you to reframe your mind. Before you give up, before you throw in the towel, before you turn around and say, you know what, this is not for me, I need you to promise yourself that you're going to give it a little bit more time. Because it's always when it's the hardest that we're on the verge of our breakthrough. That's always how it is. When we have no more energy, when we have no more faith, when we have no more reason to believe that this is going to work at all. It's always when you're right at that moment that God is like, if you just take one more step, you've proven how much you want this, and that one step is what is going to get you that breakthrough. It takes courage. It takes resilience. It isn't easy. But here we are, just a few weeks away from the end of the year and walking into 2024. Before you give up and tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to close this and I'm going to start something new, do not do yourself the disservice of starting back at square one. You've already put in the time. You've already put in the work. You're already at, square 50. There's a difference between resting and giving up. And so in this season, I'm asking you to rest. I'm asking you to pause. I'm asking you to pray. I'm asking you to get reunited with why you started this journey in the first place. But please don't give up. Because you have gone too far just to turn back now. And I really mean this, y'all. You have come too far just to turn back now and say, you know what? I can't. I want you to understand that, and you've probably heard this before, but God always gives the toughest battles, right, to those of us who are the strongest. And I know we tired. Listen, I don't want to be on the strong list, the warrior list next year anyway. Take me off the list, okay? I know. We like, you know what, God? I've been on the list since 2017. So when do I get to go on the soft life list? I get it. A lot of us are tired of being on the warrior list. But I just need you to hang on a little bit more. I need you to hang on a little bit more and recognize who you are becoming by being on the warrior list. God has put me through some tests, y'all. I don't know why I had to end up, getting a divorce. Why did my ex have to be physically abusive? Why did I have to move out of my house? Why did I have to go through not having any money? Why did I have to be on EBT? Why did I have to do Postmates with my twins in the back seat? Why did I have to live at my mom's house for quite some time? All of these challenges that God is throwing at you in the moment feel like, dang, can I get a break? But I need you to look back. If you're someone that's been on the warrior list since 2017, I need you to look back and say, wow, but look at who I've become in the process. You see, God has you on the warrior list because he knows that there are going to be battles that are coming, and there are also blessings that are coming that you need to be ready and primed and cultivated for. So I had to go through Postmates, driving Postmates and DoorDash with 2 kids in the back seat. I had to go through that to be able to understand and appreciate what it means now to manage millions of dollars, what it means now to invest for my children's account, what it means now to retire my parents. I had to go through that. I had to be on the warrior list for quite some time in order to be prepared for the responsibility and the blessing that God has bestowed upon me at this time. And I do believe there's more to come because I'm still on the warrior list. Don't think just because I've made a few $1 million that I don't go through tests too. The battles are still battling, okay? They just look a little better now because, you know, when you have financial means, you can take care of things a lot faster, but the battles are still battling, okay? The warrior here is still warrioring. So don't get it twisted. We're in the same boat. But I want you to understand that had I given up when the Postmates was too much, when I tried to start my business and didn't make any money for almost 6 months, when I'm still living at my mom's house, when my mom is telling me, you're on your phone all the time, you need to come take care of these kids. When my mom and my parents didn't understand what it meant for me to be building a business online on social media. When the battle was too much. Look, imagine if I had gotten all the way here and didn't make that one last swing for it. I never would have made my first sale of my first course. I never would have gotten to my first 5,000. I never would have gotten to my first 100,000, and I never would have gotten to my first $1 million. And that's why I need you to understand you are closer than you think. You are closer than you think. You've got to commit to taking one last swing, because by you going back and starting over, you lose momentum. And the thing about it is, you also lose morality and you also lose faith. Don't pick yourself back up all the way from the bottom. Take a moment, take a rest, get clear. Remind yourself what you're doing this for. And I need you to understand one good thing about being on the warrior list, one good thing about having tough battles that you don't understand why God keeps giving you these tests. One thing about being in that position is, guess what? The only place you can go from here is up. So you have a 100% possibility of a positive outcome. When I was on EBT, doing DoorDash, living at home with my mom, no job, the only place I could go was up. So I want you to think about it like that. You don't have the possibility of failure. Why? You're already struggling. You're already trying to make it work. Don't even think about the possibility of failure here in this moment, because guess what? You're already starting from the bottom. And sometimes that is why God breaks us down, why he gives us these tests, why you're not making sales, why the business isn't working, why you had to start over from the beginning, why it didn't work, why you didn't get the job, all these things. Sometimes that is why that happens, because God needs to give you a 100% probability to get to success. And the only way to have a 100% probability of going up is to start from down. But see, if you're at the middle or you're close to the top, now you can either go down or you can go up. But when you're at the bottom, when you're already fighting for your life, when you're already trying to keep your edges together, when you're already dealing with the tests, when you're already there, the only place you can go is up. And that is a blessing. So I need you to understand that, in fact, by continuing to move forward, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. I can't see y'all comments, so I'm so sorry. They were working, but now they're off. So if you're commenting, just keep pressing the heart so I can see the heart so that I know you're there. Okay, I see when you guys do the 100 sign. But that's what I want you to understand. You have nothing to lose. By continuing to fight, by continuing to pursue, by continuing to take the next swing, you've got nothing to lose. At this point, you only stand to gain. And that is the time to go hard. That is the time to make it happen. You see, I want you to realize that you have survived already your toughest battles. So we might be complaining about being on the warrior list, but we're still here. So God obviously gave the battle to the right person. Somebody comment in the chat, I'm still here. Comment, I'm still here in the chat. Because it was hard to go through, but you're still here. I survived physical violence in my marriage. I survived a C-section with twins. I survived moving back home to my mom. I survived being unemployed and on EBT. I survived trying to figure this out. I survived therapy to heal myself and to learn that I didn't deserve physical abuse. I survived all those things. I want you to think about all the things that you've survived. So if you can survive those toughest battles, why would you stop now? If you have already survived the toughest battles, what is taking one more swing at that business, one more swing at that sale, one more swing at that job? What is taking one more swing going to take away from you? Nothing. You only stand to gain. You see, I think some of you in here don't give yourself enough credit. So I'm going to give you some credit. Sometimes we minimize our accomplishments. Sometimes you may have the tendency to minimize what you've done because you think it isn't as miraculous as what other people have done. But I need you to understand that the only reason God puts us through tests is so that we can share our testimony. So if you are doing yourself the disservice by downplaying what it is you have survived and what it is you have achieved, someone out there does not get a chance to hear your testimony. Someone out there who's going through the same thing does not get a chance to look to you as an example. Someone out there who is also playing small doesn't get to see that, you know what, they should play big because you are playing big. I need you to understand that you are so much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And just because what you're working on hasn't given you the exact results that you're looking for yet, doesn't mean it's time to throw in the towel. If anything, right when you feel tired is the time you take one more swing. That's it. Before you give up, remember what you have already survived. Before you give up, remember what you have already gained. Before you give up, remember that God has had you on this warrior list for a little while. And as a result, you are no longer just a basic person. You've had to overcome some things, which means you know how to take something to the chin and keep going. I don't wish this on myself or on anyone, but one thing I know, since being on this warrior list, and one thing you should know about yourself, if ever God Starts you from the beginning. If I were to lose everything in my business, I've already taken a lot of hits to the chin. I know how I'm going to get back up. It won't be easy. It'll be hard, but someone cannot take your character away. They can take the opportunity. They can take, money. They can take your confidence if they're not buying your product, but they cannot take your character. So if you've already survived in this way, I need you to understand that you are going to thrive in whatever goals you want to achieve because you've already shown that you can do it. Now you're just going to do it in a different way. Now you're going to make sure that this business pops off. You're going to make sure you buy that real estate. You're going to make sure you get that loan. You're going to make sure you get that grant. Whatever the case is, you're going to make sure that you make it happen because you've made sure that you survived all those times before. So this is no different. Let me remind you one more time. You are so close. I'm like getting emotional. You are so close. So close. I need you to envision that just beyond that feeling that you have right now to throw in the towel, just beyond it, a few days, a few weeks, or even a few months away is that pile of diamonds. It's so close. It's so close. I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that, y'all. You've already done it. You've already survived. You've already thrived. You have a 100% positive outcome to succeed. Because guess what? You already at the bottom. You already fighting. So the only place you can go is up. It's up and it's stuck. Okay? I love y'all. I can't stay on too long because I do have to go to my next interview, but I had to come and give y'all this message. It is just a few weeks away from the new year, and I really want you to understand that you are so close. Keep fighting. Don't stop. Okay? Now I want you to DM me the word ready. DM me the word ready if you're ready to commit, if you're ready to keep going, if you're ready to get my end of year bundle. It's got all 5 of my best sellers in one place, and it is the perfect thing to help you push all the way through into next year. Okay? Let's finish strong. These last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however many, are not the time to throw in the towel. This is the time to fully put the gloves on and say, you know what? I fought for this long. I'm going to keep going right now. All right? So DM me the word ready. I'm here to support you. I'm here to encourage you. I will make sure that I save my bundle for you before it is gone at the end of this week. And yeah, happy Monday. Okay? I love you guys. I will talk to you guys in a bit. All right? I'll be live a little later.